Hello. Um, I'm tired today. I've literally had so much coffee. I as an accountant, did a lot of overtime this week. And today was the first day that I didn't have to work overtime and that I actually got done with work like half an hour early. But I'm so exhausted just from the buildup of it. But today is the first day of the Yule Fest. So naturally, I've been planning on streaming today. Um, so I'm gonna jump in. I'm very excited. I'm very ready. Just to enjoy the Yuletide Fest, the Yule Fest in Lord of the Rings Online. So, let's get started. First things first, I really did want to show everybody how awful my character's outfit is right now. And the thing is, this is my first Yule Fest with this character. I have no cosmetic outfits, so we will be potentially getting some. So I'll earn some tokens today, get some cute outfits, and then put them on. She looks ridiculous, but these are all my best, highest quality clothes items. So let's hit it. I am, while that loads, going to turn down the sound just a teensy bit. It feels loud to me, but also I think I tend to be quite sensitive to sound. This is hilarious with my grow lights in the background. I'm not sure. So I've got plants up there on my shelf. I also have plants right here. Here, you can see some of them. Yeah. And I've got these grow lights behind me because I'm inside. And they're set to purple, or like a mixture of purple and yellow right now. I don't know entirely what that does for them, but it creates a very funny ambiance. Yeah, the Yule Festival is here, and I am ready. Where am I? Is there... I'd like to make sure I have a decent milestone before I go anywhere. Defeat orcs at the Norbury Gates. Defeat wargs at the Norbury Gates. Okay, and I am in the middle of nowhere, but if I go over here to Amon Wraith and get the milestone super quickly, I should be fine. And after I get the milestone, we'll be going to the Yule Festival. Oh, don't have enough to do that. What do I have? A bunch of nonsense. Okay. Then let's go instead. Actually, no, we'll still go to... You don't have a... Oh no, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm too mixed up right now. Alright. Hello, fellow player. We're gonna go to Amon Wraith. We're gonna get the milestone, hoping that they have one. Is there a way to see? No, of course not. Okay. We're gonna get the milestone, and then we're gonna go play Yuletide. Wrong way. It truly has been such a long week for me. It's a breath of fresh air to be done early with my day and get to play video games. I also did that thing where, and I started yesterday, so technically, as an accountant, at the beginning of every month you have to work on, like, closing the books, making sure you have financial statements, all of that super fun stuff. And I finished with everything on my part yesterday. So today was just like a normal day. And I took so much time because I work from home during like my breaks from work doing household cleaning. Okay, it should be over here. Because I was lax on it for so long. this week. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, there isn't a milestone for this, is there? There's a stable master. Shoot. I should have gone to Trestlebridge first. I should have known. Oh. I can head back that way now. I'm not in any hurry. Although I am very excited for Yule Fest. It is my favorite festival that Lord of the Rings Online does. I'm also excited to say, which is kind of wild that I actually didn't say this first thing. It's just that I don't, I think I have a singular viewer. I have had my YouTube channel set up for about a week, but I finally uploaded a video today, which is crazy. Something about streaming generally, but also like downloading the videos, making sure I can put them on Twitch or on YouTube and all that stuff. Everything's been a learning curve. I haven't done any of this before. I had never streamed until like 6 weeks ago. Getting the sound and the video, and I mean, I have like a very cheap camera and very cheap microphone because you never know if you're going to enjoy doing this until you've tried it. So I didn't want to heavily invest in it. But getting those set up and figuring out sound mixing and video filtering to make sure everything looks okay, even though it's all very grainy, that was all a learning curve. Getting things set up in Twitch was a learning curve. Things I've never done before, never even thought of doing before. And then today, I can't tell you how much I was Googling stuff about uploading YouTube videos and setting the descriptions, and I've heard people talking about tags. Where do you even put those? It turns out it's like some more options thing that they don't even show you naturally. And then there was like the captioning. There's so much that goes into it, which I almost said that I had never even thought of before. I have, in a sense of that, like, I know it's more than just you download the video from Twitch and put it on YouTube and voila, you're done. Although you could technically, I guess. It was just so much more than I had expected. Okay, milestone. Perfect. Awesome. I'll decline that because I'm going to Yuletide. But first I'm going to sell some things. I have space in my inventory.
What can I
and
do
I'll
for
repair
you?
while I'm at it. I'm going to sell everything. Not absolutely everything. Everything I'm not soon using. Not the hides. I am going to use the hides. I will sacrifice inventory space to keep those. So yeah, I don't really know. Again, there's so much I don't know. I don't know if there's really, I never use these, a possible way to like connect my YouTube to my Twitch, or if there is a way to do that, how? And I will look into it. So that if anybody wants to just run through videos when I'm not here that aren't available anymore on my account, you can. And I'm setting them up in playlists of sorts. Or at least it's the plan. I've only done one so far. Okay, I have a little bit of space. There is so much in here that I really can't sell. Okay. Winterfest, where are you? No. I'm so excited. Okay. And I believe I'm actually gonna check right now. I think there's a very good chance someone else I know is playing Lord of the Rings online. But they're doing instances, it seems. But I believe... Yeah, LOTRO stream is on as we speak. And they're doing Yuletide. I wonder if we're in the same area. Yule Festival! Oh, I'm so excited. Truly the best. Truly the best. Okay, so here we are in Winterhome. Otherwise known as Frostbluff. Same diff. So... Oh, is this the elk for this year? Or is this not even one of the available ones? I think this is from last year, isn't it? The one with the lights on it? I used to have so many of these. This is beautiful. Oh, I love different steeds. Or are these the ones that are available this year? Cozy Jingle Steed? If it jingles, I want it. I had an elk that jingled. This one's very subdued. Snowy Evening Seed. Not too flashy. Pretty. But I love this one. That's fun. Look at it. It's got a mohawk of jingle bells. Okay. Festival announcer.
Would you do something for me?
Oh. Hello. Oh my god. Here. Do you want to see? Hi, by the way. Here's this one. And it's... Okay, I actually have one that I can show you. This is from the Autumn Festival. Which is crazy. It's got like the autumn leaves all over it. My favorite thing is just how crazy their antlers are. They're so pretty. The elks are my favorite by a long shot. I used to have one from a previous winter at Yule Fest that had jingle bells on its antlers. This one has candles, which is so cute. But I believe that these are all from years past. Oh, hi Sharky! How are you guys, by the way? And yeah, this one, I never had this one. I've never seen this one before, actually. Or I probably have, but not in a minute. But it looks like these are the two main available ones for this year, because that's normally where they put them. And I will probably do what I can to get both of them, naturally. But this jingle one is my favorite. If it makes a sound while you're riding it, that's my favorite every time. Okay, let's do every quest we see. Okay. And this, who is this? Oh, just festival announcer. You don't have a name? Good traveler, I must enlist your aid. One of the great eagles was bearing a sack of sweets from far off Gondor hither to Winterhome. Alas, the bag was rent, and the sweets fell from it as she flew. She realized her mistake only as the last sweet fell, but with her keen eyes, watched as wintry beasts seized it and ran off into the snow. She has flown among the cold and snowy regions of Middle-earth, she told us, to avoid the sun's great heat and to keep the sweets from spoiling. It is much to ask, I know, but those sweets were destined for the poor children of Winterhome. Will you visit the frozen regions of Middle-earth and recover them? Oh, this is going to lots of places. Am I even a high enough level for this? I fear they may all have been seized by the creatures of those parts. The sweets that were lost, you should know, were hot cross buns, plum pudding, gingerbread, peppermint treats, a flask of wassail, and fruitcake. I'm gonna accept it, but I have no idea where I would go for this. Snowy regions of Middle-earth. Does it tell you where to go? I guess I'll find out later. That's kind of wild. Oh, I am going to unfollow other quests. Okay. Let's do some stuff that's in here. Mara Sandy Downs. Lots of stuff. Isn't it just in the surrounding area as you run around? You know, normally if it's in this area, it shows you. But this one says the snowy regions of Middle Earth. And there is no quest icon. Let's see, maybe Misty Mountains? I don't know. I could look it up, but I'll just do other quests as I come by them. And also there's no tracker on here, so it's definitely not in this area. That's okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. And this is Mara Sandy Down. Welcome to Frostbluff, my friend. If you're here for the Yule Festival, I'd recommend you get in the spirit of the season and participate in many of our fun Yule activities. If you're not here for the Yule Festival, maybe you should be. Festival folks that participate in many of our activities and show their true holiday spirit might just earn themselves some wonderful gifts. Can do. Festive Flurry. There's plenty to do around Frostbluff. Explore the town and show us your holiday spirit. It's a bit chilly, but I'm sure you'll find warm, comfy company, warm company all around. Something. Oh, Embers of Virtue, the Seas of Virtue. Interesting. Embers of Enchantment. Interesting. Perfect Snowballs. I'll figure that out at another point as well. Okay, in the spirit of Yule. Fortune of Festive Spirit. A Festive Flurry. Where does that start? Or do I already have that? I don't think I do. There are so many.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Okay. They still do the snowball fights. They do. Which is fun. I think it's probably... I try to stay away from the general chat because you can't control what other people are saying on there, but I bet it's announcing when the snowball fights start. And I really hope that they have like the theater thing going. I always had trouble because I can't remember why. I was always playing at like an unpopular time, and whenever I wanted to go into the theater for the Winterhome quest, there were never enough people for it to start that, and so I would just sit there waiting and waiting and waiting and end up leaving eventually because I got bored. But it looks like, obviously, this being day one, it's very, very full, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that. And then when people do really well, you, like, can't remember what you throw at them, but then when they do really poorly, you throw bad fruit at them. I very rarely have ever been chosen to actually be on stage and do the movements and stuff, or like the actions, and I get the feeling that if I were, I would do very poorly and get fruit thrown at me, and that's okay. I would do it anyway. Okay, and this is Guard, who are you? Guard Kemper. It sounds, by the way, that I'm talking like I'm new here. I've been playing this game for so long, and Winter Fest or Yule Fest is my favorite. But it feels like brand new every time, but only on the first day. And by the time you play it the second day, you've gone through every single quest because you couldn't help yourself, and all of them have been like fully brought back to your memory. And you run through it like you've been doing it for decades, because I have. Funny how that works every time though. Okay. Hello there. New to the Frostbluff. Oh yeah, I guess this is the Frostbluff. And then you're in Winterhome. In the Frostbluff. New to the Frostbluff, are you? Well, you've come at the finest time of year. I just hope you behave yourself, or else you'll be hearing from me. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time, though. The mayor employs me to see to it that everyone keeps the peace, so that you patrons can have the best possible experience during Yule. You should begin by speaking to Ona Kay, who runs the eating contest. All good celebrations should start with a full belly of delicious food. Start with a full belly, but then you'd be too sleepy. I would be too sleepy. So they definitely still have the eating contest, which I've always done very poorly
What can I
at.
do for you?
Just like with everything else that requires any kind of timing. Okay, good day to you. I'm Ona, the announcer for the first station at the eating contest. There are many more stations, of course, and I hope you'll be able to visit all of them before you get too full. What is a festival without wonderfully excessive amounts of food? I doubt you'll find a bigger feast anywhere in Middle-earth than here in Winterhome. You should speak next to the mayor. The festival is here thanks to his efforts, and he wishes to greet all of his guests personally. It's kind of funny. I feel like she thinks that they have the most food. She clearly hasn't been to the Shire.
How can I be of service?
You know, reading this dialogue, so like I said earlier, I uploaded my first ever YouTube video to Twitch VOD to YouTube today. It's hard to beat the Shire in food. Yeah, exactly. And for captions, it had the ability to auto caption, but it got a lot of them wrong. I chose it anyway, but I was trying to get this other software that I have because it's also able to do auto captions that you can actually edit later. I was trying to get it to work, but it kept glitching out because the video was too long. But in YouTube, I tried for like the first minute and a half of the video, I tried to write the captions myself. It's a 2.5 hour long video. I could never have done that. It would have taken me weeks. I don't know how people did that back in the day. They didn't. But I talk so fast, it turns out, or at least I feel like I do. And especially when I'm reading the dialogue. I didn't even realize. And I just have to keep being the way that I am because I can't, like, retrain myself from reading or speaking the way that I do. But for goodness sake, I feel bad for anybody who has to read the captions to anything that I'm saying because it moves so fast. Lord of the Rings has been here for so long, everything should be in the dictionary. Oh, it was the names. So it got Lord of the Rings right, it got LOTRO right, which was fun and exciting. So at least the AI that does the auto captioning for YouTube recognizes those terms, which is fantastic. And I was in Cardaland at the time in that video, so it recognized like Sarn Ford, which was really funny. But every character's name, every other location name, it got so heinously wrong. And then of course there are those like other moments where I tend to be quiet, or maybe the sound in the background from like fighting or something was so much louder than my voice at the same time that it sounded mumbly, and so it would say like, it would write its best guess of the first half of whatever I was saying and then get the other rest of it wrong or just not say anything at all. So I am still going to try to use my other software to do the auto captioning and then edit it to be correct, and then I'll replace it that way. But in the meantime, whoever's watching my stream on YouTube is gonna get real confused if they're only listening to the captions, or if they're doing like the translated version of whatever it wrote. They're gonna be so lost. But that's okay, it happens. More people I think are gonna watch it here on Twitch because they tend to. But yeah, so am I going to read the dialogue apparently far too quickly for auto captions? Yes, it just is what it is. Okay, and this is Winston Goodenough. The mayor, Mayor Goodenough. Hail, traveling hunter. Welcome, welcome, and pray, tell all your friends to come and visit as well. We have spared no expense for this Yule Festival. I am Winston Goodenough, the mayor of this town. Please stay as long as you like. Try everything, taste everything. Why don't you go take a look at all the events? Come back and see me when you have explored. You are welcome with open arms to the fine Yule Festival of Winterhome. Very exciting. Oh, speak with his wife, who's right here. Carolyn Goodenough.
How can I be of service?
Greetings, greetings. You are most welcome here, to be sure. I am Carolyn Goodenough, and my husband and I are very thrilled to have so many interested patrons and patronesses here at our Yule celebration this year. I'll not take up any more of your time. You should continue your tour around the beautiful town. Okay. Speak with someone from Winterhome to continue your tour. I saw something pop up over here. Or maybe it was already over here. There's more from Mara, Sandy down. That's not right. Oh. Mabel Mitford.
Hello there.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm only a servant. The mayor truly doesn't need you to talk to me. I'll not take up any more of your time, but perhaps you'd like to see the games we have to offer? It's a bit of a walk, but you should go talk to Cecil Voller, the host of the snowball fight. Andra, the snowball fight. You should go log in to LOTRO and play. Cecil is a ways north of the town, but I've heard that the snowball fights are well worth the trip. Merry Yule Fest, Deathman! Good to hear from you! This is my favorite festival. So, if there is one thing that I remember, it's the map of this area. I'll remember it forever. I'm so excited to make all the snowmen too. Look at that. You've gone through this with 3 different tunes today? Man, it's the only thing I've thought about today outside of work. I wish I had the time to do that. Alright, Cecil Voller.
Greetings, friend.
Ah, hello. I see you've trekked down to the snowball field during your tour of the town. This is where folks come to throw freezing missiles at one another. I hope you'll come back when you've finished your tour. The mayor is most particular about all patrons seeing all there is to see before they get distracted. Okay. Oh my god, the theater event. That's truly, being in the audience, especially for the theater event, is my favorite. Of the few times that I've gotten into, like, on the stage for theater events, I do so horribly, and I'm so unsure of what I'm supposed to be doing every time. And frankly, even when I've used like the walkthrough online of like what to do and when, I still mess it up because of the timing. Okay, let's go around back this way. I could go, let's just go this way, rather than through the other side. Look at that. Ah, I love it here. You need to do both good and bad for all the titles and deeds. Yeah! I don't really... There we go, all the way around so we can see everything. I don't really worry too much about the titles and deeds. Although, you know, it's funny, I tend to be rather completionist about most games. But not LOTRO, and maybe it's because I have unsuccessfully completed every character so far. The only thing I'm setting myself up to be completionist about is the main quest. And everything else can slide by, at least on this character. Rotten fruit can be the hardest one. I'm so bad that of the only handful of times I've been lucky enough to get on stage rather than being an audience, which for some reason just like RNG decided that I would be in the audience almost every time in my history on this game. Of the few times I've been on there, I've almost exclusively had rotten fruit thrown at me. Okay. Oh, hello. And this is, just Globe Hobbit, which by the way, the globe. I love that. Thank you. As someone who is rigorously reading the complete works of Shakespeare right now, that makes me very happy. Oh, hello. Are you interested in the theater? We have quite a show that we're putting on this Yule, and we've traveled all the way from the Shire. Make sure you come back and see the show when you're finished with your tour of town. I know that you won't be disappointed. Well, I am the last stop on your tour. You should return to the mayor. Do come back. I almost said don't come back to see our wonderful show. Don't come back. Your tour is finished, but there's more of the town to be seen ahead. Oop, explore the other corner. Oh yeah, the one I already went through, technically. Let's go back this way. To where the real people are. The workers. Hello, hello. Gareth Rust.
Greetings.
Are you like punishing yourself reading that guy? Are you talking about Shakespeare? I love Shakespeare. Are you kidding me? It is admittedly difficult at first. But once you get into the groove of reading that type of writing, the stories are so... It's just a very fulfilling experience. I love it. He was a genius, truly and actually. Which is part of why it's so hard to read some of his stuff. But it's incredible. I love it. I don't regret it one bit. I had, so I do this thing, I've been doing this thing for several years now. I think like 5 or 6 years now, where I make a point of like choosing an author or a writer of some kind. Sometimes it's poetry, sometimes it's short stories, sometimes it's whole novels, but I would spend the year, amongst other books, reading the complete works of that author. And was it only last year that I did Poe? I guess it was. Last year I read the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe, and I kid you not, halfway through it, I wanted to find that man in the afterlife and punch him. I was so frustrated reading his works. Because when he was younger, you know, he needed to make a buck, and I respect that. But he would publish some awful short stories for these magazines, and I hated them so much. For this person, where like the stuff that he actually cared about, which was almost exclusively like, so there's like his much younger years where he was writing those, they were bad, and then there was this golden era of like he had the money and ability to truly just publish what he thought was really good, and then there was like the end of his life where he was kind of crazy. He was very depressed, and so like the beginning was awful to read, because he would just publish anything. The middle / end was really good and worth reading, and then the very tail end was difficult to get through, and man, it was rough. I like Philomena Kunk on Shakespeare's school years. He didn't have to read his own plays. Oh my gosh, Philomena Kunk is really funny. Okay, so this is Gareth Rust. He's one of the workers here, who I believe lives here full year. What do you want, oh revered patron? Have you come to show off your silver and gold and your fat belly? Well, show away. We earn our meager bread while you stuff your faces and play in the snow. You are not welcome in Winterhome, not to all of its residents. We slave so that the mayor can be rich and so that he can throw marvelous parties for you all. Be gone. We are not welcome among you, and you are not welcome among us. Interesting. And then Daily Utterage, who feels somewhat differently.
Greetings.
You should see the Antiques Roadshow, where they have authors and artists' letters. Peter Potter drew Peter Rabbit and other things on her letters. Yeah, that'd be cool. You know, I've actually seen clips of Antiques Roadshow online before, and it does look like a very interesting show. I just don't really watch television like that very often, but I could, especially if it has stuff that would like be of interest to me. Okay, so Daily Utterage, who agrees and disagrees. with Mr. Garrett Gareth Rust. Please pardon my friend. It is a hard winter, and there is less money and bread to go around than usual. But that is no cause to be uncivil to the guests of this town. Life can be cruel here, as you can plainly see, but I count myself among the lucky. Those who cannot work go even colder and hungrier than we. I'm sure you're more welcome among us than Gareth implied. We are a friendly folk. You are welcome to visit any time you wish. I hope you enjoy your time in our little town. You should return to the mayor, for you have now seen more of Winterhome than intended. Yeah, hey mayor, what's this about? Mayor good enough? Are you good enough? Are you really doing good enough? Okay. Winston good enough?
What can I do for you?
So, you've seen all the events? We have a wonderful little town, do we not? Perfectly suited for all of your festival needs. You don't need to waste any more time talking to me. Go! Enjoy! Eat! Play! Watch theater! One episode they had a copy of The Hobbit and sung that when he died. The wife wasn't a Tolkien fan. Ugh. Can't agree, frankly. Deed bestowed. Complete quests in Winterhome. Now that is a deed I can see through. Okay. Mabel, I want to help you servants.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Are you here to help me? I'm so busy I don't know what to do with myself. There are so many hungry patrons to serve. Would you be so good as to prepare some ingredients so that the feasting folk don't go without a fair portion? Let's see. We'll need loaves of bread, bowls of berries, mushrooms, and eggs. The pies are still doing fairly well for now. The hard part is that the mayor's wife wants only the best, so the ingredients must be collected fresh from all abouts. I hope you have some sturdy shoes with you. I do. I have the most absurdly sturdy boots. Look at how sturdy those boots are. Here, look at this. This outfit is so ridiculous. It sold a few years later. Oh, the copy of The Hobbit? Are you talking like an original copy? I would go insane. Okay. So, I'm going to... Oh! Yule Festival Daily. Speak tomorrow at Sandy Downs. Can do. Well done, friend. Come and sit by the fire a moment. You have earned this sack of presents for all your hard work today. Come back tomorrow and we shall have more gifts for you. What did I get? I got stuff. Oh my god, a first edition with a letter in it? That's crazy. Okay. A mission to bring good cheer. We love that you've... Oh, complete a mission. I will do that. I'll do that later. Wait, what does it say though? We love that you've come to visit Frostbluff, but there's more to Yule than this lovely little town. Why don't you bring some Yule cheer to the folks in need of aid across Middle-earth? Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. And then I'm going to unfollow these two. I would die. Just become a ghost me. I would go crazy if I saw a first edition of The Hobbit or any Lord of the Rings books. See, okay, so I have this thing with books. I have a lot of vintage books just that I've collected at like thrift stores and such over the years. Some of them are of really popular books. Some of them are like something from 1950 that was like a very early, very mid sci-fi novel and stuff like that. That I like reading older books. And I personally believe that every book should be read no matter how old it is. Like, there's a lot of mentality around preserving first copies or really old vintage books and stuff like that, but I believe that the written word was meant to be, like, those books were printed to be read. If you destroy a book by reading it too much, then it did its job. And if you don't, then you're not allowing it to do its job. Oh, hi, Poe! And so I have this thing with older books where, like, I'm happy to pick up a book from the 1930s, the 1950s, or 1970s, even from the 1990s, which I think are technically officially vintage too. I'm vintage. And I'm happy to read them, even if they're already, like, halfway in tatters, you know? I believe that that's what they're meant for. But if I was standing there looking at a first edition of a Tolkien book, that challenges my mentality a little bit, which is crazy. Like, in a technical sense, I still believe that, like, I truly believe Tolkien would be upset if no one's actively reading that book. Because that's what the book is meant for, is to be read. But it's a first edition of The Hobbit. That's crazy. A bunch of them were in magazines and journals like HP LOTRO. Oh yeah, most of the still existing first editions of Tolkien books are known and, like, at this point really heavily tracked, which is awesome. It's the same with, like, first edition folios of Shakespeare's works. They're very heavily tracked. I believe most of them are in museums or being carefully preserved at this point. Philosophical here is the book, not the content rather than the physical book, as an item. Well, when I refer to a book, I mean, like, the printed page. I believe that the purpose of a book, a physical, right there in front of you book, is to be read. If you're not reading it, if you're just preserving it physically, you're stopping that item from doing what it was meant to do, which is to be read. And so even if a book is really, really old, I don't see the point in preserving it. Like, for some books, just for anthropological purposes, it's fine, and I get it, and I agree with that. Like, but very, 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 very few, and only for anthropological purposes. But for the most part, if you come across a really old book, even if it has, like, incredible value, what's the purpose of that book? Or, like, what's the point in that value? If the book isn't being read, it's not doing what it was meant, like, it was created for. Like, that, yeah. I just feel very strongly about that. They had an old copy of the Canterbury Tales on Antiques Roadshow from 15-something. That's crazy. How did it even exist just, like, in someone's home like that is what I wonder. Because that is, like, from what little I know of the Antiques Roadshow, that is mostly just people bringing stuff from their house, right? Oh yeah, actually I'll go collect stuff first. Yeah, I mean, old copies are interesting for, like, historic critical reading. Yeah, I agree. The content is more important than the physical copy. Like, especially with books where if you have some kind of scan existing online or exact reprints or something like that, and you're still trying to preserve the physical book by not touching it, you're going against, like, you are stopping that object from, like, doing what it was meant to do. And that makes me sad. Okay, was that enough? No, I need more. 3 of 5. You agree and disagree? I think it's a nuanced situation. And I also think that some of it just comes down to like a person's idea of what like an object having purpose and stuff like that, which I feel very strongly about objects having purpose. And for a lot of people that just doesn't matter, which I also totally get, and that's fine. I can't remember when you get to this part. Have I completed this part? Okay. I can't remember when in the questing for Winterhome you get to the point where you're fighting this guy. Where are the chickens? Am I going insane? Big fish bread. Like winter berries from the wild. Oh, I haven't completed that. I thought I did. Two days or 3 of charity and sending. That's what I thought. I know at some point you like access the ability after you do enough of like the good quests to further the story of Winterhome. And I'm always so excited to get to that point. Is that where the chickens are? Am I insane? Yeah, that's where the chickens are. Okay, yeah. How you can tell it's been a year since I played this. I have this like 80% filled map in my head of where to go for everything. And then by the time you're on day 2 or 3, you're just doing it like clockwork. Or if you're like Deathman and you're going through every single tune you have. Which actually, considering the number of tunes I'm pretty sure you have, I don't think you could do that in 24 hours. But by the time you're on like day 2 or 3, or tune 2 or 3, you're doing like clockwork. It's good you're slow. The turtle is this year's pet. This year's pet? Is that like a decided thing? I actually used to really want a pet turtle. They are so cute. Okay. Let's go make some bread. You could just do the daily quest on every tune within 24 hours. Didn't you say you have like 30 of them or something? Or was that someone else? I feel like I must be so different from the majority of Lord of the Rings players, but like I know that I only have limited time in my day-to-day life to play Lord of the Rings online. So on this account I have one tune that's currently accessible because I didn't bring any over in the switch from 32 to 64-bit servers. And I don't expect that to change anytime soon, which is bonkers. Oh my gosh, okay, so POTUS sent me a message. I'm gonna say this out loud because I was so astounded. I turned on Twitch today and saw that I got a shout out from LOTRO streams, which had me so surprised that anyone from, you know, the LOTRO streams account even knew about my account. And it turns out that it was a shout out from Poe to LOTRO streams and LOTRO streams to me, which I was so grateful for. So thank you for that. I didn't even know. This is how new I am to, like, you know, new to Twitch, as in not just being a lurker, because I've been watching Twitch for like 8+ years at this point. I didn't even know that that's how shoutouts worked. That if you shouted someone out, it would give you a notification on your activity feed. And so seeing that took me so much by surprise. I was so excited. I've been watching the LOTRO streams for years now. That was so fun and exciting. So thank you for that again. Okay. Mabel Mitford. Thank you. Ah, what a burden off my poor shoulders. We nearly ran out of berries while you were gone, but all of this will help to keep the feast nice and stocked up. I don't know what I would have done without you. Who is streaming? Oh, I just saw. And it's gone again. I don't know where or how to open up that chat from Poe. Poe, would you let us know who it was that was streaming that did the shout out? I wish I could see it. Tia. Granting your request. Well, thank you for that. By the way, hi, old school troll. Nice to see you. Yeah, that was very exciting. And it's funny because I watched, I think, 2 of the streams yesterday, but it wasn't Tia doing either of them at the time. So I missed it. The 1 or maybe 2 streams that LOTRO did yesterday that I wasn't available for, and I missed it. That's okay then. Cosplayed as a Marthiel. Oh, that's fun. Yes, yeah, and I've watched her streams lots of times. So cool. Okay, as you know, the mayor demands the very best of everything. Why? And likes to have a say in all that goes on here. Oh, really? Sorry, I'm very anti-mayor at the moment. you gotta do the quest line, but as soon as you see how poorly the people who are not doing well here are having it, I'm anti-mayor. She's a BG3 master and screenshot addict and chicken mom. Yeah, she's great. Algaladwin. I always have trouble. I can say her name in my head perfectly, but it's you. That's how you know it's a true Lord of the Rings name when I can't pronounce it. As you know, okay, yeah. Unfortunately for us, the firewood comes from some very angry trees. I've never seen anything like it, really. The trees rage and flail their limbs at us as we chop them down. I'm still very scratched up from the last time I went, so do you think you could collect wood? It's almost like they're not trees at all. Well, I mean, they are. And I will. And I'm gonna mount an elk in the middle of these dancing people. I also fully intend to do the quest where you pick people's pockets after you set off the fireworks. I love that one. Is the shoutout command something that everybody has access to on Twitch? Or do you have to have the stream bot set up? Because I don't have that set up still. It is? Awesome. I'll have to figure out how to use that. I very recently figured out how to raid. One thing at a time. I love being a ranger. Getting these guys with ranged attacks is so much easier. Oop. I'll go away. I hate, that's the one thing. It's a good thing that they spawn like decently fast-ish, but look at all these people. There's this person, myself, probably another person I can't even see, waiting for these guys to spawn because we're all doing the same quest at the same time. Nightbot is a good basic bot. Yeah, and I have Stream Elements, which is like what I use to do. It's funny, I can't see it on my personal screen, but if I look over OBS, I can. To do this. It's just that I haven't gotten very far. I'm doing like a sort of one thing at a time in the free time that I have, where like I took the time to set up and like create and add some emojis, which was really, really fun. And then I created my YouTube channel. And I tried and failed to set up so that I could hear the activity feed, like when someone follows or highlights a chat or something like that, or raids. And it didn't work. But I will try again, because it would be nice to hear the alert myself so that I can say hi and thank you the moment it happens. And then like I just uploaded my first ever YouTube video of one of my first VODs of the year, prologue before the shadow. You use OBS? Yes, I do. I know I followed like a whole how-to on how to make it work, and it didn't, so I've got to probably remove that and then do it again. Hopefully correctly. So it's like a one thing at a time, and I have this idea in my head of like how I want to do it. Like I want to next thing I have some free time, I'm gonna create a few more emojis and set those up. And then after that, I'll decide what to do next. It's been like surprisingly fun learning and figuring out how to do everything and like setting things up bit by bit. Like I also want to do chat rewards and stuff. I created a few, but not many, so I tried to stream for fun, but it didn't go well. Not very entertaining. Oh, no mic and no cam. Yeah, that can be hard. I feel like if I didn't have, I don't know, maybe I could do it without a camera. I just figured I should. But if I wasn't talking while I was streaming, I think I would get bored. Like, and I think it's because I tend not to watch streamers who aren't talking. I would think that I was doing a poor job, because I wouldn't watch me. So I want to do something where I would watch me, you know? Oh dear. There's quite a large pile of firewood. Do you have any wounds that need tending after all that? I'm very grateful. You are a brave high elf. Oh my gosh. Now I can let my own wounds heal before going back into the fray. Love when someone calls me brave, because IRL, that's so not true. Hello, Basil Wyndham. I like your name.
Will you let me speak my piece?
I will let you speak your piece. It's not my fault. It's not my fault the kegs are nearly empty. I'm overworked, I am. Have you ever seen a body so overworked as myself? I'm so overworked that today I decided I just about had enough and went to try some of the events for a change instead of running them. The problem is, I fell asleep afterwards. I was all tuckered out. Patrons are complaining that some of the kegs are empty. Can you bring this to refill them? I would do it, but I was promised a dance. Yeah, you're overworked, alright. Pick up one of the kegs. Where? At the servants area. Oh, duh. Okay. That is so funny. Over here? Someone else is doing the exact same quest. Here, I'll zoom out so you guys can watch me hold my keg. Okay, avoid town guards. Like the watchers right there. Where do I go? How do you guys do it? Is he gonna turn this way or the other way? Come on. Where do I take it? Clearly doing a great job. Hello, Watcher. I see you. I see both of you. I believe this is where I'm taking it. Stay away from me. What if I just go like this? You have averted the empty keg crisis. That's funny. Okay. Hey Basil, I helped you. Although I think you might be a little more lazy than you are tuckered out. Ah, good work. You really saved my life there. You know, you're pretty good at this. I could probably find more work for you if you're interested. I'm so busy after all. Yeah, you look it. Watch a YouTube video from Michael Ferrer Jr. called How to Set Up an Audio for Your OBS. Yeah, I haven't watched any videos yet, but given how I didn't get it to work, I probably should. You know, some days I really loathe this job. Mabel never pulls her weight. Oh, I swear I would give anything to trade with those beggars. What? They really have it easy compared to me. I'm about to throw hands with this guy. The worst of it has to be the garbage left by some of the sloppier festival patrons. Stinking, sliming garbage and refuse all around the eating contest, and the mayor's wife demands that the patrons don't see any of it, but it keeps piling up. I can't bear to touch the stuff myself. I don't even want to look at it. Mabel keeps saying she's too busy. Say, you don't look too busy. I think Mabel's the hard worker, and this man's a liar. Grimy dishes. But look, I love the way they animate or like created these. Oh, the fallen over mug is really funny. Unsightly spill. Gross. Just an entire bowl of blueberries. Oh, that reminds me. I bought blueberries yesterday. And I'm absolutely going to have a dessert of blueberries and Cool Whip tonight. Hey lady, you're in my way. Smelly garbage. Imagine having like a patron show up. Berries and cream? Yeah. So Androth and I are friends IRL and have been for a very long time. And I recently got like, it's my food fixation at the moment is berries with whipped cream. And every time I have any, I'm like, get this bowl full of Cool Whip and berries. And I send them a Snapchat. That just, it's a picture of the berries and cream. And in caps, it's just berries and cream. What about trifle? I don't know what does trifle consist of? I know that there is some kind of whipped cream in it. I think there's maybe pudding or maybe some kind of biscuity thing like lady fingers or something like that. And it's layered, right? But I actually don't know what all of the ingredients are. You know, I only just noticed that when you're further away from the main courtyard, the music gets quieter. Here, I'll do what is unnatural to me and go third person for a minute. I think it is easier for me to excuse the fact that I often play in first person right now specifically because my outfit on this character is honestly bad looking. It's kind of ugly. Nothing matches. It's just because I'm at like an in-between level. So I've got a handful of armor from different levels. Because armor at specific levels often looks really good together. Berries in winter, the environmental impact. It's different. I live in the desert. Everything's different here. Nothing operates like usual when you live in the desert. Berries, local berries, are actually still really good in season right now, which is insane. And they will be until, like, I don't know, probably towards the end of this month. But that's because we are finally at a point where we are getting highs in the low 70s and lows in the mid 40s, which is like perfect berry picking weather. Oh, am I done? I'm done. Hey Basil, I did your job again. It's different. With her, I feel like I'm helping a hard worker. With him, I feel like I'm helping that one lazy guy who never participates in a group project. Good wine growing country. Actually, then I guess low desert where I live, like the very big desert valley, which makes up actually, I'd say like a third of the Sonoran Desert. I don't think it's very good for wine growing. But the high desert area, which is like the top third of the Sonoran Desert, is really, really good wine growing country. You know, grapes work best the more arid it is. Yeah, for all I know, that's what they grow out here. Oddly enough, I've never been to any of the wineries, or actually I've been to one vineyard, which was, it wasn't in Sedona, but it was, I don't know, like half an hour away from Sedona, which is northern Arizona. It was this really beautiful vineyard that we went to for my brother's wedding, and they got married like amongst the vines, and that just goes to show how it is this time of year. Those vines had grapes on them still, and they got married in October, which is, I mean, at that point across most of the rest of the world, those vines are already picked and they're already dying out because it's fall. It's, everything just works weird in the desert. Okay, I don't see any more garbage or spills, thank goodness. The very sight of them was most nauseating. I can't imagine how disgusting it must be to actually have to touch such things. Yeah, you're a hard worker, alright. Really, I do think I might be in the wrong line of work. I don't think you're working. What line of work? Okay. Hello, Carolyn.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Yes means snow. Okay. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed that short tour of our fine town and all of the festivities we have to offer this year. We're so happy to have you here, and we're always looking for ways to make our celebration even more exciting. Virgil Greenfield is working hard to bring a little more Yule cheer to the Winterhome in the form of snowmen. There's certainly enough snow for every one of our patrons, so why don't you take a quick walk out there? You can make your very own snowman, and I'm sure Virgil would love to help. You have wild wine in your garden? Oh my god, that is so cool! I have 2 grapevines, but they don't produce any grapes out here. They're just pretty. The vines themselves grow decently strong as long as you move them under good shade during the summer here. And like, you have to water them like crazy. But actually producing grapes? That's incredible. That's actually very impressive to me, living in a world where getting anything to grow and stay alive outside is very difficult. I mean, hence this I just started a few weeks ago. It's a pepper plant. I have a really, really massive Thai chili pepper in my living room, but for the majority, I grow all of my plants inside. And I've got a squash vine back here, but it's too big for me to move. And then I have a handful of flowers up there. Oop, and now My hands smell like pepper plant. I got some of that like film that's on the leaves on my hand. It smells like bell pepper. You have to cut them next year since you have to replace the frame they grow on. Oh, but cutting them back after, like, right before winter isn't so bad. They grow back, I mean, as long as you cover them, they can grow back even stronger if you do that. Oh, hello. The mayor's wife sent you, did she? Welcome again to Winterhome, traveler. As you can see, I spend my days here working as an artist of sorts. Too often, people overlook the simple joys of life, such as building a snowman. I agree, Virgil. If you'd ever like to try your hand at building your own, I'll be here to guide you. After all, with some help, I'll be able to fill out this field in no time at all. I would love
friend.
to.
Could you help me with something?
Yeah, that's a very good point. After you cut them back, if they're very tall, if they're like about as big as a vine can get, which mine aren't even close, then yeah, it takes a lot of effort to get them to grow back to full potential. But it's worth it, especially if you need to replace the frame. That means you must have had them for a while, doesn't it? If the frame is breaking or deteriorating in some way. Ah, so you want to give it a try? It's not easy, I'll tell you that. You've seen the ice sculptures in Winterhome, have you not? My work is brilliant, at least most of the time. I'll admit, I've been having more trouble with this project than my last. I simply cannot keep this field filled, and the mayor is getting frustrated. Whether it's the winter conditions or some of those blasted snow beasts, my snowmen keep getting destroyed. It's hard to stay passionate when your work is wrecked every single day. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe you can help though. See if you can craft more of my snowmen and make this field an amazing sight to behold. Will do. Okay, now I get to choose one. Must be off time to go make dinner. Oh, good night, Deathman. Have a good dinner. Okay, cap wearing, scarf wearing, mitten wearing, classy, and broken, but I always save broken for last. I think this year, the first one I'm gonna do, I'm caught between cap wearing or mitten wearing. I'll do whatever next one tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go with cap wearing, just because it's so cute. Look at him. They are there from old owners of the garden. Not sure how long exactly. They had the garden for 50 years. That's beautiful. It must have been very well cared for. Okay, look at this cutie. Ah, love. Okay, this is one of Virgil's snowmen. It is wearing a cap that looks somewhat akin to that of a farmer. It features a wooden pipe, a carrot nose, sticks, an acorn, and coal. Perhaps you can find what you need to build the snowman scattered around Frostbluff. I keep almost saying Frostbluff. Hi. Okay, get some sticks. Okay, and the acorn, and the coal. Oh, more sticks. Remember the acorns are around here? Yeah, I see one. Okay. Carrot near chicken coops. I'll go there first. Should I go on my horse just to make it quicker? Is there any real difference when you have to take the time to call and mount a horse and then dismount? Are you really that much faster than when you run? You probably are. Actually, you're probably much faster. Hello, chickens. Cluckland. Which is naturally a spoof on Buckland. Found a carrot. And it says, find a cap in Winterhome, just anywhere. So I'll have to go on a little mini hunt for that because I can't remember where everything is. And then a pipe at one of the tables, which I believe is one of the eating tables in the main courtyard. But first we're gonna go get some coal in the serpents area. Dangerously riding an elk into town. Spamming off topic again. No, that's okay. What did you say? They were old and didn't do much for the last 5 to 7 years. So it was fairly wild. Nature garden concept. Oh my gosh. The nature garden concept in the desert, it's just like whatever weeds can grow out here end up taking over everything. And there's so much, I almost said wildlife, but it's really, people have brought plants that aren't meant to be here from around and about. Oh, it is giving me an arrow. Where to go? Did I just pass by the hat or something? Am I in the area of it? I want to do this naturally and find it like a normal person should. Yeah, people have brought so many plants from not the desert. Oh, I'm stealing from this hobbit? That feels wrong, actually. I guess all in the name of art. Near one of the tables in Winterhome. Near one of the patrons in Winterhome. But it's a real shame seeing so many plants that aren't meant for the desert taking over people's yards. Because they grow, I mean, there are some weeds here that grow like kudzu. That really don't belong here. So, I do what I can to promote local, proper local wildlife. Oh, final climb. Pretty little cap. Found a cap in Winterhome. See, at least I don't feel like I'm absolutely stealing from someone when I do it that way. Oh, pretty cape. Gosh, I love seeing people's outfits. People who actually have cosmetic clothes. I'll get there on this character. I'll make a point of it. Okay. Snow pile. First one I see. Let's make a snowman. Packing snow and outfitting. Look! He's so cute! Hi, buddy! And I got the deed to make all the snowmen, which I will be completing, because I can't help myself. And then, where did he go? Oh, I was way far from him.
What can I do for you?
I like the way you work. Your work is almost as good as mine. Maybe you can help me out some more tomorrow. I'm sure if you keep trying, you can do even better. Here are some coins for your hard work. Thank you. I didn't expect you to pay me. Okay. You're annoyed by these super neat maintained park-like gardens? Yeah, especially if you live in a very green and fertile area where people have the capacity to create really lovely yards that encourage like healthy local environment, and instead they just make it all flat green and maybe some super manicured bushes and flowers and stuff, which are genuinely taking away from environmental well-being. I know exactly what you mean. I've had so many conversations with my sister about that. She majored in sustainability and had like a lot to say on that topic that for the most part honestly went over my head. Hello Daily, back again for a charitable spirit, which I believe is one of the things that helps us if we do this a few times. We'll get to that other point in the actual Winterhome storyline. Your garden as it is more up to code than the super manicured ones. When you say up to code, are you referring to like local rules about like different plants that are allowed or not in the area and stuff? Because I've heard a lot about that, but honestly, when you live in the desert, they have some rules about like, because people will be insane, and when I say insane, I mean it, and try to grow grass in their lawns in the desert, which is bonkers to me. And I can't wrap my mind around why. We had someone who lived down the street from us, like around a bend down the street from us growing up, who had grass in their front lawn and constantly would try to monitor it and take care of it, but it was always yellow, it was always mostly dead. And so my whole family, admittedly I started it, but I'm not sorry, we referred to them as Yellow Yard. We did not know those people. We didn't know their names. We didn't know what their personalities were like, but we did disagree with them on a fundamental level because of that, and always called them Yellow Yard. Local environmental code for gardens. Yeah, and it makes sense that people would have that. Honestly, I feel like the environmental code here is like, try to stick to plants that are meant for the desert or can like grow here, and stop bringing in plants that'll you know, choke out what little water there is from other plants in the area, or that don't try to spread too much. But frankly, the majority of people here, we don't have grass in our lawns. We have rocks. People will literally buy pretty rocks, and that'll cover their lawn like grass does. It's crazy living in the Sonoran Desert. But yeah, I'll never forget Yellow Yard. People trying to grow trees, like big, pretty green trees, it just doesn't work. And people trying to grow grass or have like lovely flowers and stuff in their front yard. It's the desert. It just doesn't work. And it always fails. But people, especially really rich people, will keep trying. And I think it's so silly. It's like they're trying to bend the laws of nature of the desert to whatever area north of here that they're originally from. And it'll never work that way. Okay, so Daly, who is very much more gentle about the bad situation for the poor folk of Winterhome, says, Azaleas, come back to visit. That's enough to brighten my day, for it needs brightening. As I walked to work this morning, I passed the good people of our town who are even worse off than myself. I had nothing to give them. It is the same every morning and every night. I count myself very lucky for what I have, but my life would be better yet if I had the ability to give. All of my wages go to feeding my children and to paying the taxes on our home. High taxes? If only there was something I could do. Perhaps Mayor Goodenough will give us more wages soon, and then I will be able to share my good fortune with the less fortunate. So, I'm gonna go do that myself. Let's go find some people in need.
How can I be of service?
I will be of service to you. Gracious me, you're so very kind. I'm amazed by your goodness. Don't be. It's just a little lemon. Lena Judson is moved by your generosity. Well, she shouldn't have to be. Where's more people? Why do you look so afraid?
Greetings,
Ah,
friend.
all this for me? What have I done to deserve such a gesture? I do not know what it is, but I will endeavor to do it again. Oh my gosh. Let's go around this other way. I believe I remember someone being quite up by the front by Mara. Oh, another person here though. You're so sad.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Pardon me. Surely you're not giving this to me. Oh, generous hunter, you're too good. Ted Ives is moved by your gift. And then there's someone back here, right? Yeah.
Woe to me.
Can it be? Are you giving these to me? I don't know what to say. No, is moved by your gift. And there's one more person who I missed. Yeah, that's wild to have. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I think it's a very, very good thing that local laws try to be more stringent about what people can and cannot grow in the area.
How can I be of service?
Lone Leaf, howdy. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. I hope you're well, if you're playing at the moment, or if you're just hanging around. Ah, what charity, what kindness. I haven't been on the receiving end of such generosity in many a long day. I will remember this. Bill Hyde is moved by your good deed. Hey, Daily. Do you guys call him Daily or Dally? It's gotta be Daily.
How can I be of service?
Did you give those beggars your hard-earned rewards? It was too generous of you. You worked hard for those. How inspiring. I'm sure you won't regret such a good deed. Now those unlucky people will be able to eat dinner tonight. Yeah, I won't be regretting that. Well, it's Germany. There's a law for everything here. Not sure what the English word for that is. You know, for someone who lives in Germany, already you have incredible English. Okay. I cannot believe it. Guard Kemper and the Watchmen have been making an effort to keep those less fortunate from the festivities, but I never thought that some of our own patrons would drive them out. Where will they go? I'm sure a few will sneak back in, but it has only gotten tougher for them as of late. The harsh chill of frost grims have taken hold of Frostbluff, and I fear for those that are forced outside the walls of Winterhome. Please, can you help them? I can't stop working for fear of losing my wages, but maybe you can do something about those grims. I've seen them gathering at the frozen pond northeast of here, and it's only a matter of time before they move closer. Drive them off. My friends depend upon it. Well, you can depend upon me. And my super cute horse, elk, steed. There is nothing more reckless than riding a giant elk through town. But it's all in the name of charity, so it's okay. Look! I always re-notice this every time I actually am zoomed out. He's got leaves on his little nubby tail. That's so cute. I'll have to get a warhorse at some point so I can shoot from my horse. That'll be great. Alrighty. That was fast. Oh, and it's cold here. It's so funny to me when you complete big quest tasks faster than the little sign at the top can say that you did. Because I was riding away back from where I came, and it was still saying, defeated Frostbluffs, 4-4. Okay. So, I would like to do as many quests as I can, but I'm already almost at my 10 of 10.
How can I be of service?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, that voice with this face and like the general vibe of daily utterage, it's so nasally. They should have given him a different voice. But he says, thank you. I will be able to rest easier knowing my friends are safe from the bite of winter, even just for tonight. If those grims return, I may ask for your help again. And you'll get it. Hey, let's get up to some mischief, okay, Gareth? Back again. Maybe I spoke unjustly the first time we met. Mayor Goodnuff's wish to please folk like you is the reason folk like me go hungry this winter. But you don't seem like a bad sort, despite the mayor seeming to like you. If you want to earn yet more favor with me and my fellows here, you surely won't object to playing a little prank on the mayor for the sport of real townsfolk? The mayor has some fireworks stored near the festival area, and he's intent on saving them for just the right moment. If you set them off where they are, you'll ruin the show, at least for him. While the patrons are distracted, you should pinch Frostbluff coins from their pockets. I can think of better uses for those coins. So can I. Let's go steal stuff. Like this. Like this. I really am. I actually am trying to get into, oh look, they're not dancing now, it's funny. I'm trying to get into doing third-person view so that I can get a better understanding of why other people like it so much. Could you imagine being so into the dancing vibe that fireworks go off and you want to watch them, but you're like, I also still really want to dance. I'm gonna do both. That's so funny. Stealing sneakily. That's fun. How grand! Huzzah! I wonder how well, they probably didn't have to manufacture it themselves, but the sound of the fireworks. I recently saw a video of a Foley artist doing the sounds for a video, which just made me think of that. I would be terrible at that. I don't think I'd be nearly inventive enough to figure out ways to make sounds other than just doing the original thing that makes the sound.
Greetings.
Well, that was quite a display, and judging from how close they were, I'll warrant you sent the Major into a fit and destructed things rather nicely. Well done, well done. Here, you should keep half of what you managed to collect. These coins here will be enough to spread out among my friends so that they won't go hungry tonight. And I've finished today's Spirit of Yule. I haven't gotten to do any theater stuff though. Okay, you're a festive one. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having a fun time at the Yule Festival. It seems fitting in the season of giving that you should have a gift, so here you are. Come back tomorrow and I'll have more gifts for you. Awesome, got the 1 of 3, and I believe after you do the 1 of 3 is when you get to the next portion of the Winterhome story, which is really fun. How long do I have to wait? Not that I could really do this again until tomorrow. 5.5 hours really isn't that bad. So I could do the mission. I could figure out what this is. Embers of Enchantment. There's so much that I've never bothered with in LOTRO just because I like the really basic questing. Oh! I just missed it. Okay, well, let's see how long it is until there's another show at the theater.
Stay and have some tea.
Okay. Hello there, you're in Frostbluff for the Yule Festival, aren't you? That's splendid. This is my first visit to Winterhome. Quaint little village, isn't it? I work for Mr. Shakespeare. He's the owner of the Green Lily Inn, you know. He's also the director of the Globe. What is the Globe? Of course, I can't be forgetting my manners, expecting everyone to know everything. The Globe is the Green Lily Orators, Bards, and Entertainers. Mr. Shakespeare put together an acting company to amuse his customers, and people like it so much that he's taken it on the road. Mr. Shakespeare has also asked me to find folks willing to review the show. There are 2 Shire critics who have come along with us, but they've been, well, you'll see for yourself. We've got a special showing of an ode to Old Blood Tusk scheduled for this evening. You won't want to miss it. It's the next show.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, okay, I'll go outside. We'll see when the next show is. Get your confessions here. Here, will you tell me when the next show is? I guess we're just in it now. Although, I don't really think anyone is here. I might have to save this for tomorrow. I've only been going for about an hour and a half. Let's see. I see 2. Oh yeah, Watchmen. There is something else to do, but I think this is the one that I don't want to do. Oh, I could do the Abominable Snow Beasts. I don't want to do this one.
I do not ask much of you.
I know it doesn't really affect anything. It just like breaks my heart, and so I generally don't do this quest, even if it would get you more Yule Festival tokens. Is that weird of me? But I will go bring cheer to the Abominable Snow Beasts. Those bees are so delightful. Let's go see the snow beasts. And then if you guys want, we can take a look at the cost of different things that we can get from the vendors this year. I believe the steeds are generally around the same cost every year. But I'd like to see what clothes they have and such. Hi buddy, I know you're napping. I'm here to ruin that. Yeah, be cheerful. It's a wonder they don't attack us. Hey, I know I just watched you lay down. That's too bad though. Good morning. There's more than just those two, isn't there? Why don't I only see these two? That's funny. Well, I just woke you up, and you're about to try and lay down again, and I'm gonna ruin that. Hey. Good morning. Okay. That's enough of bothering you guys. The snow beasts appear completely uninterested in your merriment. Yeah. Absolutely. And in fact, it's a wonder that they don't super attack us. Oh! Loneleaf, you followed me! I'm so sorry! I only just... again, I really need to fix whether or not I can see or hear the activity feed, but thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. That's wild. I'm at 49 followers. I'm 1 away from 50. That's kind of insane. Okay. Hello, Guard Kimber.
This isn't.
They won't budge? I can't say that I'm surprised. In any event, thank you for taking time out of your stay here in Winterhome to help. If you would care to try again tomorrow, come find me. I don't want to take more of your time today, so here's some coin for your trouble. Why, thank you. Okay. I want to go see about what we can buy. So, Yule Festival Horse Trader.
How may I help you today?
So we can get the Cozy Jingle Steed and the Snowy Evening Steed. Icy Expeditions Steed? Is that over here? Let's take a look. It looks like all of them are 80 this year, which I believe they were 70 at the Autumn Festival. Winter Elk, Winter Tide, Snowy, Frosty, Yule Festival, Steed of the Ithilien Winter. Oh my gosh, Anonymous is gifting a subscription? Wow. I don't know who you are, but did you know that that's the first subscription I've ever received? That's incredible. Thank you so much. That's so exciting. I really appreciate it. That's lovely. What a sweet gift. And I'm sure that Deathman will make the most of it. They tend to be pretty active on my streams, so your I believe random gift couldn't have gone to a better recipient. That's lovely. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's wild. So that's what that's like. I heard the notification though. That's so fun. Ah. Okay. Andra. Cheer. Andra, was that you? Was that you? Did you do that? It doesn't matter who it was. It was anonymous. And thank you, anonymous. Okay, Steed of Winter Winds, Wintry Yule Seed. Glittering Yule Seed is very cute. I like all of these. Sadly, no, it was not me. Well, whoever it was is darling. Okay, are we, Winter Elk. What was the name of that one? I don't think that we can even see it actively right now. Hey, you.
What can I do?
I see Expedition Seed. Yeah, that's not standing around with these others. Actually, I don't think most of these are. You've only got these two. Icy Expeditions, Snow Strider's Seed, Shire Holly, Yule Gala, Cozy Jingle. Oh yeah, because you can then have the individual outfit items. Wow. Okay, so these are the only two on his list that we can see here. What about you?
Can I help you find something, friend?
Okay, and this is the stuff that I am going to get the first two seeds. Those are the first two things I'm going to buy. And maybe after that I'll get more, but I'm going to get these two seeds that we can see here. I'm spending planning right now. And then I want to get some cosmetic outfit stuff because I don't have any. I just look silly. I'm so glad I made it so you can't see the hat. But I like to look Yule Fest ready, you know? And I'm not there yet. It's gonna be several days before I am. But marshmallow roasting stick would be funny to run around with. I've never done a following companion. I did just buy a house, so it could be cool to get some furniture. But more than anything, yeah, I love some outfit stuff. Tunic of snowball resistance, that's funny. Let's see. What is that? Store of a gun's spare boots. So just a bunch of different items. A carrot nose would be very funny. Tome of the Snow, not so grim. Battle at Frostbluff cloak. Yeah, these are super cute. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. I know that there's more that you can buy somewhere. Maybe it's around here. Yeah. Barter vendor. Let's see what you got. Even more stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be clothing shopping. At some point, I'll have to go through. I do this every year with every festival. I go up to the barter vendor, and on one screen, I'm looking at the names of everything that they have available, and on my other screen, because I work from home, and I have two screens, I'm a lucky one, I have Google, and I'm just Googling all of the different items that I can get, so I can choose which ones I want, and I'll just save a tab of all the ones that I want to get, and I'm absolutely going to end up doing that tonight, so I can do some little window shopping and decide what we're going to get ahead of time. I almost certainly will be getting some winter furniture items if I can afford them, which I will do my best to do so, because I just got a house. I got a medium-sized home in Lothlorien, so it's an elf home, and frankly, I believe that the spring and the winter furniture things that you can get at different festivals, of the festivals, go best in the elf homes. So I might be getting a little spendy during the Winter Fest when I wasn't during the Fall Fest. So I have done all of the quests, excluding the moving them off quest, which frankly I'm not interested in doing, and you guys might not see me do at all. Which is where they're the homeless and poor folk around town. It's the same people that with Daily Utterage, when he said like, oh, it broke my heart to see them going without food, and then you go around and you give them some coins. This is like the opposing quest to that, where he says that, I can't remember, does he say that the mayor is upset? Yeah, the mayor wants them to not be upsetting the patrons by being around the town, and so he asks you literally to make them leave. And they get all sad and they cry and they run away, and it's really heartbreaking. And I refuse to do it. It just goes against my morals, and you don't need to do it in order to complete the daily festival quest. So I just won't. I know that that's silly, and I'm okay with it. So I'm going to put myself right here so that when I log back in tomorrow, I'm in exactly the right place to start my quests again for tomorrow. And I'm going to go like this so I can actually see you guys. Hi. It's not even been 2 hours. For the past couple weeks, every single stream that I've been doing, where I've been doing the prologue quests of the main quest line, have been somewhere between like 2 and 2.5 hours. So it almost feels like I'm doing something wrong by being done so early. But I am gonna leave it here. I will be back. I will be back probably on Saturday. Or no, I won't. I won't, because I'm going to the Phoenix Symphony on Saturday, which is insane. I don't know when, and I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm going with my husband's family, so that'll be fun. So I'll probably be streaming on Sunday, which is actually perfect. So today we did 1 of 3 of, actually here, let me move back so I can talk about it. So we did 1 of 3 of the In the Spirit of Yule. After you've completed the 3rd one, I can't remember if it's immediately after the 3rd one or if it's when you like start the next day. It's the next set of the questing, but it opens up the next portion of the overall Winterhome quest line. And so if I do today, Friday, and Saturday, that'll get me, oh no, yeah, no, that will, it'll get me through these 3, and then on Sunday when I stream again, we can do the next part of the Winterhome questline. And I promise, even if it pops up on Saturday after I'm done playing that day, I won't move forward with it, because I love doing the main questing with you guys. So that's the plan. I'll probably see you guys in a handful of days. It was wonderful spending this evening with you guys, or evening for me, probably not for half of you. Thank you for hanging out. Have a pleasant one, sweet dreams, or whatever time it is around your place. Yeah, it's almost 10 p.m. here. And I do have work tomorrow, so it's probably a good thing that I am calling off for the night so I can go do responsible things that adults are meant to do. But I'm glad that you guys hung out with me. I had a really good time. Thank you for the first ever subscription. That's insane. Thank you for the follow from Loneleaf X, which is a fantastic name. I really like this community of people who play LOTRO and stream. It's been a really wonderful time so far. The fact that I've only been doing this for just about 6 weeks. I already have almost 50 subscribers or followers, and I have my first ever subscriber. That's kind of insane. Got an Advil just now before the end of the stream. I promise I will be here before you guys Or I'll still be here after you guys are done watching that ad. I need to figure out the ads. Again, there's so much that I don't know still. But the fact that it's been such an enjoyable time and that it's only ever been like more and more inspiring getting to do these streams and talk with people and have a good time. It's made me enjoy the gameplay of LOTRO even more. It's added a layer to it that didn't exist for me before, even when I was the one watching people's streams while I played. It's just been really fantastic, and I'm glad that I started doing this. And I just wanted to say that just because it's been so special these past few weeks, and I have every intention of continuing. And we'll just keep having even more fun together. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that despite the relative repetitiveness of the festival quests, I hope that we can have fun together, and I promise to break it up in between every now and again by getting back to my main quest line. There's a very good chance that I'll do like a half and half between them in the days to come. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being such a wonderful audience, and I will see you again in just a handful of days. Goodbye.